Hi, I'm Rick Rossi, and today I would like to help you give you some advice and tips on buying a saxophone for the first time. There's anything from beginner and intermediate to advanced, and they run from $300 to $10,000 and everything in between. So what I want to talk about today is I'm just going to stick to buying that first horn for a beginner. There's three options you have to buy a student model horn, which is all you need as a beginner. I recommend certain brands, and I believe that you really only want to buy the best brands. So I'm going to tell you of the brands that I recommend most. I'm holding one in my hands. This is one that I've had for many years, and I've also bought and sold and rented several other saxophones of the same model, which is the Yamaha YAS 23. It's a great horn. I've seen guys play this at a pro level and sound really good on it. So it's a great horn. I wouldn't go anywhere else, actually. I've always recommended this, and no one has ever done poorly with it. No one's ever complained. One of the great things about it is that it not only plays great, plays in tune, and keeps from having a lot of maintenance done on it, but it also has a great resale value. So if you bought this horn, say for like $700, which is I think somewhere in the area I bought it, I might even gotten it a little bit less than that. It was about 10 years ago. Might have gotten it closer to 600. It's probably worth about 700 or a little bit more. If you got it for the 7, in 10 years, you'll be able to sell it for at least 7. In other words, it doesn't lose its value if you buy it used. And that's what I recommend. So I'm going to tell you the other options in case you want to buy new. Some people are just stuck on it. It's like they don't want to buy a used car for the same reason. But I'm going to just give you my opinion about that as well. It's kind of like when you buy a new car, as soon as you buy that car and you drive it off the lot, even in the next hour, if you were to try to sell that back, you would lose 20% of your value. So in a year, you're going to lose close to 40%, and after that, you're losing more and more until it's not really worth anything towards the end. Very little after you've had it for 10 years or so. This is very much the same with saxophones. The great thing about buying used is if you can get that guy who bought the car and then decides he doesn't want it and he brings it back, you get a great deal because you just got at least 20%, usually more like 30 or 40% off of what he paid for it. So that's a great reason to own a saxophone. And the fact is that a lot of people buy horns, they're really excited about learning how to play, and then they play for a couple months and that's it. They give it up and it sits in their closet, and a couple of years later they go, I just ought to sell this thing. Well, they can't get the same value that they bought it for. So if they paid like $1,000 for a Yamaha, they're going to have to sell it to you for $600-700 at the most. Like you can probably you might be able to get it even less. So that's my reasoning. If you can find something that's like in new condition, it's an amazing thing. And if you kept it in good condition, in 2 or 3 years, you decide, okay, I'm really into the saxophone now. I've been practicing. I'm really getting good. I'm going to a pro level. I want to buy an intermediate or an advanced horn. You can sell that horn for as much as you bought it, or very close to. So that's the great thing about owning a really great brand. there's other good brands besides the Yamaha. I can recommend a few. Bundy makes a good one. Summer makes a good student model, and there's a couple other ones that I recommend. RS Berkeley is a great model, and the Oleg series saxophones are really good. So I wouldn't buy any of the Chinese horns. There's a lot of bad horns on the market. Stay away from them. Stick with only the best. And my other advice is, if you have a teacher, ask your teacher to help you. Go to a local store or a place like Sam Ash, where they can buy hundreds of saxophones and sell them to you at a big discount, because they can get it. They can get a big discount because they're buying 100 at one time. You can get a great deal at those kinds of stores. Your local store can sometimes give you a good deal, but you can go to these stores. You can try out a bunch of horns with your teacher. He can play for you, and you can hear the difference. You can talk about the differences, and then you can decide what works with your budget. I think that pretty much covers it. So if you have any questions, feel free to write me and give me your comments, questions, and I will answer any questions I can. And please come back for further videos. I'm going to talk more about the intermediate and advanced buying of saxophones. It's a whole nother level of thinking and what's important. And come back for that. See you next time. Hi, I hope you enjoyed the video. I wanted to tell you about a new video I just recorded I think you'll like. It's called 2 Secrets That Every Saxophone Player Should Know. And it's free. Just click the link below to get it. See you there.